am back for another video. I'm going to apologize for the weird angle. It's just hard to find a right angle right now. But anyway, what I'm working on today is some DIY enzyme cleaner. Pretty easy ingredients. Most of us probably have it around our house anyway for the most part. I'm using canning jars, but you can also use 2-liter plastic bottles. So you don't have to have mason jars by any means. But the ingredients consist of a half a cup of brown sugar, and this is my homemade brown sugar, and that's going to be for each jar / bottle. And I got a lot of the next ingredients, so I'm going to go try for 3 jars. Okay, so I've got half a cup of brown sugar in each, and then the next thing is going to be, I gotta get it out of the freezer, I almost forgot about it. That was really bad. It's been one of those days where I can't remember squat. But the next, I'm using instant yeast, and I store mine in the freezer just to lengthen the shelf life of it. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon for each jar. I'm not worried about the funnel in this case because it's not light. Maybe I should have, because I made a dang mess with that one. Anyway. And then the next item is going to be some kind of citrus fruit and or pineapple. So I've got a combination of pineapple and lemons. The lycopene, and however it's pronounced, because I suck at that shit, excuse my language, but is what's going to create the enzyme that you're going to use for this. And what I plan on using it for is, I got dogs. 2 out of the 3 of them, yes, I do have a third one we took in a stray, that was running around loose in the neighborhood. I couldn't just leave her. But we've got 2 boys and a female. And they like to spray and mark territory and all that whatnot, especially now that the female is here. So I'm trying to take care of that issue. But it can also be used for any kind of bodily fluids, vomit, blood, you name it. It's pretty good with a lot of things. So, and I apologize if I'm talking super fast. It's still hot as heck here, and I'm still having issues with my phone overheating. So I'm trying to do this quickly so that I don't lose any footage. But you're going to need 2 cups of lemons and or pineapple. Or at least I'm using lemons. You can use grapefruits, you can use oranges, you can use a combination of all of them. And you want a total of 2 cups. And because I'm doing a combination, I've got the good portion of the lemons because I just cut those up on top. So I'm going to go with the lemons first, and this is just a half cup measure. I doubt you need to be super specific, but you are going to want to cut your pieces of fruit to fit in whatever size opening you are using. If you're using a jar or like a pop bottle, you're going to need to cut your pieces of fruit up, or the rind up, smaller to fit into the hole. But because I'm using big Cape Mason jars, I didn't feel the need to do that. So for about a cup, I may end up with extra. That didn't look like a real cup. I'm going to add a little bit extra into that one. I'm just trying to get a mix of both the pineapple and the lemons. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and spread what I have out between the 3 jars. It's probably a little bit more than 2 cups. But honestly, then it's just a little bit more potent, I guess. But I don't want to go digging out another jar. And I don't have storage space for this in my freezer right now. So I'm just going to make it work. This one looks a little lower than the rest, so I'm going to add a little extra into that one. The next thing you're going to need is 1 liter of water for each one. Sorry guys. It's been crazy with my phone ringing today. And of course, it always happens when I'm trying to film. My old phone, when I was filming, wouldn't actually play the ringtone or show me that I was getting a phone call. Sorry, I'm getting a little impatient. But this phone is not quite as nice. And it doesn't take as nice of a picture, so that's the only stinky part. So, now, 1 liter of water is 4 cups, so I'm going to add 4 cups of water to each one of these guys. I am going to try and use some filtered water. I don't know if I have enough filtered already for all 3 jars, because I wasn't anticipating doing all 3 initially. But we're going to try. I don't know, y'all. I wish y'all had smell-o-vision, because I'm sorry, but that smells good. It's weird. Lemons and pineapple, though, to me are a good combination. So that could very well be the reason. Sorry, I figured I better make sure it was still recording. Talking to myself for minutes and having no footage of it would not be a fun thing. Okay, so I don't have quite enough filtered water, so I will come back and add the water to this one in a minute once I'm done here. The next thing, I'll put that there because I'll need that one. The next thing I'm going to do is put a cap on them. And these caps are not staying on. Well, one of them will stay on, but the other 2 I have fermenting lids. So, but I'm going to use this lid and just give it a good shake. I want to dissolve that brown sugar and dissolve that yeast into the water. You probably can't see me shaking. I'm just shaking it like crazy. Alright, so now I do have 2 fermenting lids for wide mouth mason jars. So I am going to make use of these, and this will just help the fermenting process mean I won't have to burp them. So I'm going to put one on that one. And this is for making pickles, sauerkraut, so anything that you would ferment, you can use these lids for. So since this is a fermented enzyme cleaner, I am going to make use of something I already have. I have 3 of them. I don't know where the 3rd one is right now, so that's just gonna have to wait. But my little kit came with one of these so that you can pull the excess air out. And it's got a one-way valve on it. Okay. So air can come out, but it cannot go in. So what I'll do is I'll shake this every day, and I will change the date on this so that I know when I did it, because it needs to sit for 2 weeks before it's used. So I'm going to go ahead and get my other jars done. It's almost time to get Sky from school, so I've got to go and get that done. So I need to hurry my behind up. But I will bring you back in 2 weeks when I'll make this video and put it out first, and then I'll do an update once it's actually ready to use. So I will see y'all in the next video. Again, this will have to sit for 2 weeks. See you soon. Oh, if you don't use yeast, which you don't have to, it will just need to ferment for longer. So you're looking at probably about 3 months. And what you want to do too, if you're using a like a 2-liter bottle, you're going to want to keep the lid on it loose so that it doesn't explode. That would not be pleasant, because this is going to ferment. It's going to create gas. That's what's going to cause the reaction that we need to make the enzyme. This I won't have to burp. I don't know if you can even see that. This one I won't have to burp because that's what this is made for. It's made for fermenting food like sauerkraut and pickles. So I won't have to burp it. But the one that I keep a regular lid on, I will have to open it up, take the lid off, let it into the gas out, and keep the lid on it loose so that it doesn't explode my jar. So there you have it. And I will, like I said, I'll bring you back in 2 weeks in a separate video so that you can see how it works. I'll see you then.